What a great pleasure it is to welcome Telkom to the My Broadband Cloud Conference 2021, and a warm welcome to Sydney Siwela, who's the Executive for Sales Distributions at Telkom. Sydney, firstly, how are you doing? I'm sure the last 18 months has been really interesting, and this massive digitization and cloud adoption must have really been fascinating to watch play out and continue to play out.
Good morning, Aki, and thank you for hosting me. And it's been a pleasure to be hosted by you. But yes, 18 months has been quite a hectic and also an experience to us. We've went through a number of activities, and I remember when the first before the lockdown, we were actually being piloted to work from home as a team from the small and medium business to test the technology, connectivity, the VPN accesses, and all that. So we were fortunate to be the first on the list to go into work from home. And I remember it was the 16th of March when I started working from home till to date.
Gee, that's absolutely amazing. Well, at least you guys had the test run and now the experience to share that with your customers. Telkom has evolved a lot since the days of only providing fixed line connectivity products. I mean, I remember the ADSL line very clearly, but you're now also providing various digital services. Please tell me a little bit about these services that Telkom provides.
Absolutely, Aki. And let me just give you a brief background. I've been with Telkom for the past 23 years now. And when I joined Telkom, it was when ADSL was just recently launched with migration from ISDN into ADSL. And I was fortunate to be part of that team. And then I was working in the research department and looking at technologies and all that.
Now you're giving your age away, Sydney. You're giving your age away.
Well, I'm giving my age away, but obviously the looks don't tell.
But gee, what an interesting time. So you were part of that team that was, brought the ADSL to market.
Absolutely. I was a team that brought that into market. I started at the research department and I moved into the market development, looking at the small and medium business and as well as the residential side in terms of developing the market. But I ended up in the market, the small and medium business. So since then, I've been looking at technologies or seeing technologies evolving within Telkom. From there, moving on to different services, we move on to ADSL, and we move on to now fiber. And when mobile was launched, I was part of that with the LTE and all those technologies. And it's been an absolute pleasure for me and a great experience.
So these digital services, it sounds like there's been a massive evolution to these digital services, and I guess driven by the demand from your customers.
100%. We've seen now that, maybe just to also, if you look at the cloud services, for example, has been there. It was invented in the 1960s. I think it was Joseph Carl. And then it became known in the 90s. And then I think in the 2006, it was the first public cloud services that have been offered. I think the Google and all that started offering that services in that world. And by then, there's always been that issue of saying security, customers not being trustworthy of what you're putting all your documents and systems, all your files in the cloud, and people were uncertain about it. And by then, customers started evolving, getting into that space to understand what cloud is all about and what are the benefits in that space. And we as Telkom now started getting the demand from customers saying, we want to move into cloud, we want to, back up our systems in the cloud. Because obviously with the cloud services, the hardware, there's cost savings in terms of hardware that gets stolen and, or maybe, the maintenance and all that. And we started engaging into that services, maybe just to give you, where we are at this point. We have evolved in the number of technologies that we're offering, and we've partnered with some players in the market, the likes of Zoho Business Application, the Smart Secure for security solutions, and the Smart Marketing, whereby it's an all-in-one platform that gives SME the power to create and send dynamic, hyper-personalized marketing activities to them. But what is most important is that the security, the cyber security that has always been an issue, and over and above that, but also what applications are you offering in the cloud from the software as a solution, and which we have embarked on to provide the number of services, payrolls, you name them, in order for us to provide our customers with.
So it sounds to me like you have a real a variety, a full turnaround variety of applications and digital solutions to help any size business, from a small to medium-sized business to massive businesses that you guys have as well, which is great that you've got these kind of applications on the cloud. People think about payroll, for example. They forget about a simple application like that and how important it is. How has the market reacted to these cloud services that Telkom provides?
The market has reacted positively, I must say, especially in the small and medium business. It started big in the enterprise element, but now within the small and medium business, there's now adaptability, because now small and medium businesses have realized the flexibility and the benefits around it. Because there's cost savings. Remember, now we're moving away from in-premises. Now you've only got the connectivity where you can do anything anywhere. You go and visit your client, you can create an invoice, or provide a solution, or whatever that you can provide in front of a customer with your any device that you cannot connect with it. So we have seen a positive response from our customers where they're adapting to it because of the flexibility. But more than anything else, it's efficiencies. That they're seeing the benefits on. They also, they don't have to get all. They're reducing cost in terms of the overheads. You don't have to subscribe to a number of applications, like payroll or any other services. Now you get them under one roof. Customers have seen that. So it's been a phenomenal and extremely exciting journey for us, and where we're seeing the customers adapting to that.
It must be so amazing just being part of the journey, especially with your experience of what you've seen and where we are today. That kind of agility and flexibility that this technology adds to any business. However, connectivity still plays that critical role to enable these kinds of services. How do you see Telkom's role in this? Because the one thing that comes up over and over again, for anyone connecting to any cloud services, is the connectivity, which is critical.
Absolutely. And I think Telkom is in a fortunate space whereby we can offer both fixed and mobile connectivity to cover our customers wherever they are. For an example, from the in-premises side, we're offering, the fiber connectivity, and in some good copper areas, we're offering the DSL. And also over and above that, we're offering our mobile LTE connectivity to be able to access the cloud services, because to access these services, the more important is to have a very effective, robust, as well as a seamless internet connectivity wherever you are. And we have grown, and you've seen the reports that we've now, moved one spot up when it comes to the mobile as well, in order for us to apply that. So we are providing all these connectivity services and under one roof, whereby customer can have a single sign-on connectivity to access these applications, to ensure that they accessing the applications as quickly as possible and provide their customers whatever services that they need.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean, you really are offering those solutions, and I guess that it's important what you've just said, because a lot of these small and medium-sized enterprises work in remote areas where there might not necessarily be fiber, but there is mobile connectivity. So that certainly covers that aspect. Now, when you look at the future, I mean, going back to 23 years ago when you started at Telkom, I imagine that you kind of could see where the technology was going with the speed of connectivity, and you alluded to the fact that the cloud has been around for a while. What does the future hold for Telkom, and where are you seeing the growth? The growth going to be happening from the Telkom software as a service offering. Where do you see the future going?
I think we have noticed currently that the world is moving to digitalization, everything is now on, digital. And then I think also the pandemic and also even the unrest has also, fueled, the speed and growth of, we call it the new normal, and also people taking advantage of the technology that we have. And as us as Telkom, we are continuing to invest and creating and being innovative and creating all other software as a services applications to assist small and medium businesses. Like now, what we've just seen, the unrest in the country, most of the guys who did not have backup systems, they've lost a bit of data or some of the data or most of the data, they've lost hardware and all that, but having these kind of services. So we are continuing to investigate in terms of all the new technologies that applies. We continue to provide connectivity to ensure that small and medium businesses are connected to be able to access the cloud services or any other applications that we may offer with, at a low cost, and ensuring that they are able to access without, any glitches. And we also working on, Telkom is in a process and also improving its network quality and ensuring that it moves on to the next level. And, as the demand is growing, to ensure that. But most importantly, what we can offer on the cloud is expanding and ensuring that we satisfy the small and medium business needs in order for them to be able to access any applications and be operational wherever they are.
And I think what I'm hearing from you as well, Sydney, is that, small and medium-sized businesses should start that conversation, because the rapid pace of digitization, will risk in you being left behind if you don't update and you don't move ahead of the times, because your competitors are going to do that. So this digitization journey is clearly here to stay for a while, and is going to be moving at the same speed we're moving at the moment. So we all have to evolve, whatever size business you are. Start that conversation. If you are with Telkom, find out what services they offer, how they can make your business a lot more agile. Sydney Siwela, the Executive for Sales and Distributions at Telkom, thank you so much for joining us at this year's My Broadband Cloud Conference. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Aki. It's been a pleasure also to be hosted by you, and anytime I'm available to have a conversation of this magnitude. Thank you, Aki.
Much appreciated. Thank you.